play the Doom game on the on-chain VM of Polkadot. So so in the future we can build like a lot of like application. Many like ideas can come. Like you can like the DeFi at the moment is like actually very limited. And there was some like a very good like idea from Solana, but they eventually they all die out because people still prefer like unless like maybe the stuff from like Ethereum Foundation, but most of the like DeFi but they want to make like decentralized exchange or like a bonding, and there's a lot of good idea, but like there was like a technical limitation, so like they switch to Solana, but now maybe they will like go to Polkadot because Polkadot like gonna provide that like infrastructure layer for them to play like or make transaction and everything. So I highly recommend check out okay the Eat Denver. So maybe like waiting for like other people to join, we can watch this video like or maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Hi, welcome back. We have Sean from Parity Technologies to talk about the future of Web3. Why don't you play?
Hey everyone, it's so great to be here at ETH Denver. It's definitely my favorite conference in the US. It's such a good vibe, and it's so nice to be surrounded by developers and builders. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the future of Web3 and what that means for builders and developers in the ecosystem. First, a little about myself. Before I worked on blockchain, I was studying physics and math at UCSB. I then worked 4 years at Microsoft, and then learned Ethereum, and I kind of went down this rabbit hole that I'm sure all of you have also gone through. And basically, for the last 7 years, I've been working on blockchain development. It started, of course, with smart contract development on Ethereum, but then I joined Polkadot, and I've been working on Polkadot for almost 6 years now. And I've, in addition to doing development, I also am an educator and teacher for Web3 development and blockchain development and all that kind of stuff. I think it's important to address, especially in this current time, that there's a growing divide in the blockchain ecosystem. I think there's a lot of, especially if you've been around in the space for a long time, you have this feeling of people who are actually building for the long term. I definitely think Ethereum is one of those people, but also a lot of.
Okay, so that's just for like waiting for everyone to join. So if you haven't watched it, then I totally recommend because like I think like maybe one or the next 2 year, like we'll have a lot of like big application on Polkadot and like and obviously like you guys are the ones that like learning and already have like the experience like and contributing. You will be like the first one will may get the benefit if like cool thing from like Polkadot come out. So we definitely like should take advantage of that. Uh, Okay, so for today, we are going to talk about the Polkadot SDK. Uh, and first, let's introduce a little bit about ourselves. We are OpenGuild, and what do we do? We are like a Web3 hub for Polkadot Ethereum for Southeast Asia region. We have like weekly meetup to share about technology, community call. Like we don't have the Indonesia community call at the moment, but like we would love to have it soon, and I think it would be amazing if we have like the Indonesia community call soon. It's definitely like a yeah good thing. And we focus on research and development, all the interesting topic of Polkadot blockchain, and develop tools for the open source community. So in the past, we have like a lot of activity, meetup, and contribution with Rust and Polkadot ecosystem, and with like a lot of activity across like Southeast Asia area. And we also have like a bounty for everyone that want to like learn and earn. So like even though it's like a technical block uh, or like any coding challenge, so you can try to like apply and maybe earn some money, and it's fun and okay, so the main topic now is what is Polkadot. So we can imagine like the Polkadot ecosystem as the like a gaming console, like the PS1 here. We have the basic Substrate client, and this is the Polkadot, the Moonbeam, the Asta, the Akala network, and the Polkadot like validator node should like look something like this. We have the under like technology is the subtrade subtrade uh subtrade and Polkadot SDK, and build on top of it we have like the relay chain and the other parachain. And some of the key metric in the Polkadot ecosystem is we already have like more than 100 blockchain build, 400k TPS every day, and 100% relay chain uptime, and 10,000 core chain messages, which is like a very impressive number compared to like any other blockchain in the ecosystem at the moment. And some of the port benefit of Polkadot rollup. So Polkadot is built in a structure that like we will have like a shared security model. And so if you like use a substrate, it's already available for you. So instead of like building a whole validator network with complex consensus mechanism, so roll-up chain only need a few nodes for block collation, and the rest will be handled by the relay chain. Also, the cross-chain messaging and parachain can communicate with other parachain in the same Polkadot network through messaging protocol called HCMP. And Polkadot compatibility with rich ecosystem of library, and all parachain in the Polkadot are substrate based, hence you can reuse the code from the other open source parachain easily. Now, w- like why? So let's talk a bit about the cost mode. The cost mode is like have like a very similar like concept and idea of like a blockchain ecosystem. Like also have like a framework like Tendermint. So if you, but like they don't have like a framework for like a shared security. And so if you go with the Cosmos, it's like everybody is different. And in the Cosmos ecosystem, like there's no connection between the blockchain. There's even you can customize your consensus, you can customize like everything easier, but it's no like there's no connection, and there's it's different. Everybody can like do what they want, but it's difficult to scale, and usually the project like is very is small, and most of the project now they kind of like hit a plateau for the Cosmos. So and so in the idea of Polkadot, we want to scale, and scale is like the scalability of the layer one protocol gonna require sharding on the different layer of the network. And over the years, we have seen many different solutions to solve the problem for the shared security of the sharded network, like in the EVM ecosystem, restaking solution like agent layers that allow native Ethereum staker to restake their native token, and OST to secure the active validation service built on top of agent layer. Scalability and shared security reach is sometimes like extremely hard, and we see in the modular data av- availability layer like Celestium. So shared security and scalability is like the core design of Polkadot protocol. And with the concept of relay chain and the hybrid consensus of mechanism of BABE and Grandpa, native shared security is a core feature of the Polkadot system in the day zero. So like they already have like this idea since the beginning. So hence focusing on scalability in the multi-chain network is easier when you have the less concern on the security side. Uh, and security is definitely important in the blockchain space where like uh, I don't know if you everyone like familiar with the Bybit hack. Yes, we do, and I already finished the challenge, so now I'm just make the readme like easier for everyone. So I think the bounty should be in the end of the bootcamp, or uh, I will chat with the team more, like, but like we should have it already. And so let's get back to the security because like if you're familiar with the Biped attack, like they lost like billions of dollar. And so blockchain like they sometimes they sacrifice the security. Most of the companies they sacrifice the security to achieve the UX UI, and like most and many of them like lost have like vulnerabilities that got exploited. And even like company like Kyber, they are very careful with their security, auditing like everything. They still like have mistakes that like lost millions. So with the Polkadot, like you know, it built with the native security, so we can like so builder can like have less concern about security issue, and we can focus more on the what we want to build. And that's now let's talk about the Polkadot SDK. The Polkadot SDK repository provide all the components that need to start building on the Polkadot network. A multi-chain blockchain platform that enables a different blockchain to integrate and share information in a secure and scalable way. And everything is open source on GitHub, so you can see, check out the GitHub SDK and start to do some quick start, like check out the documentation and play around. Now, why do we need like a Polkadot SDK? Because if we want to build a blockchain from scratch, it's very difficult and it's a lot of work. It's maybe like a lot of people involved as well. But with the Polkadot SDK, everything is easier when most of the difficult, like all the heavy lifting, is already done. And the Polkadot SDK component, we have the HCM uh, in the in the low. So you can see the triangle. We have the Substrate. Substrate is a base blockchain framework that uses the power of the Polkadot SDK. It is a full toolkit that creates sovereign blockchain, including but not limited to those who connect to Polkadot as parachain. So Frame is a framework used to create substrate-based application logic, aka runtime. And the XCM is short for cross consensus message. It's a primary format that used for communication between the parachain, but is intended to be extensible to other use cases as well. Cumulus transformed the frame-based runtime into Polkadot-compatible parachain runtime, and subtrace-based node into Polkadot parachain-compatible node. And so let's go into the Substrate. What is Substrate? Substrate is the base blockchain framework that's used to power the Polkadot SDK, and it's a full toolkit that creates sovereign blockchain, including but not limited to those who connect to Polkadot as parachain. And we have a networking layer and platform analyzing language, and we have consensus layer and the database layer. And with the Substrate client, it's like already for you to play with, and because we already have the security, so you don't have to like worry too much about like best practice or anything like that. And modular design, highly customizable with a forkless upgrade. In order to build with Substrate, you can run a Substrate node, you can configure runtime, you can program a logic in the palette, and frame is optional for Substrate based chain. Oh, and what is a frame? Frame development environment provide modules called palettes and support libraries that can use, modify, and extend to build the runtime logic to suit the needs of your blockchain. Here you can see in this graph we have the like this can help you like to easier to visualize on like what is a component and what how everything connected. Also, the frameless substrate is possible, and substrates also provide complete elements for building a blockchain from scratch. But substrate only have a set of tools for building blockchain system like cryptography, hashing, networking, non-standard data structure. A frameless substrate code base is like a tremendous Lego piece, not reusable, and many later Lego pieces frameless substrates that we have to rebuild from scratch, like consensus, finally, asset management, governance. A frame-based runtime without substrate is also possible. And Frame provides a set of library for developer to magically turn the runtime into a complete blockchain runtime. For governance, staking, consensus, block authorizing, block finality, runtime construction and configuration, storage and node standard data structure. Frame make your runtime code is usable and well structured. So basically, Substrate, yeah, you can see like with frame you still can build a house, but if you build with frame, like the house gonna be a lot bigger and more fun to play with. So to understand Substrate, we can learn to play Lego. So this is what you want to build, your custom blockchain, your own house, your own building, and this is what you have, a Substrate framework and frame. It's a brick. And in order to create, we need a palette EVM, palette Ethereum, palette dynamic fee inside the Substrate, and we have an EVM compatible blockchain. And proof of stake blockchain, we're gonna use a library like palette staking, palette section, palette offenses, or palette authorship. And what is Substrate? Substrate is a core component of the Polkadot SDK, but not only. And Substrate is powerful as a blockchain builder tool that abstract away the complexity of subcomponent in the blockchain system. Substrate is written completely in Rust, and Substrate is a blockchain agnostic framework. You can use Substrate to build a solo chain like Aleph Zero, Fiat. Polkadot engineers use Substrate to build parachain and relay chain. And what's it about Cumulus? So Cumulus transform frame focus runtime into Polkadot compatible parachain runtime and Substrate based node into Polkadot parachain compatible node. You can see like in here, like we have Substrate node library, uh, Cumulus node library with and frame Cumulus runtime library in parachain runtime, parachain node, all inside the Polkadot parachain. So this is a meme about the how to like make a parachain. Now we can try out to create a blockchain under 5 minutes. Very easy to do. You can download pop CLI and run the command pop new parachain to create and run the command pop run parachain to launch, and already you have a roll up chain in Polkadot. And now I'm gonna share my screen and we can try to do it. Download. So you can do it with me. Here is the of CLI. So here is in the while waiting, you can check out this repo. It's a challenge so you can check it out, take a peek, and maybe explore. Uh, it's not like the official repo. Like I still need to fix the readme to make it look better. But basically the idea is that you try to finish the to do in the code and run the test as long as all the test pass and it's okay. And we will like give you the like a instruction to like finish the bounty later. But like now, if you want to take a peek on the bounty, then you can check out this repo. And after I done with the design of the instruction and the README stuff, and then yeah, and then you can like fork the repo from OpenGuild and like, work on it. But the code should be like the same. Yeah, because there are like a lot of stuff, so like the installation is takes some time, and my internet is not not super great, so Okay, so I don't know how long it's gonna take because it's depend on many factor here. So, but I can. Okay, it's not a good idea to play music because my laptop already like lagging. So no music. Sorry guys. Maybe get a Mac M1 like so it should be good for like Polkadot SDK development because it's quite heavy, a lot of stuff. So if your laptop is weak, so it's not like yeah, probably not a good idea to run like multiple stuff. You can see like if you're abroad, you can see like what we are installing. Like we have the ZombieNet, like so you will see the ZombieNet terminology like kind of pop up in your study journey, like warms off, heat, credential, contract extrinsic, pop common, pop parachain, VO6, pop contract, pop CLI. Uh, okay, it's almost done. Okay, so we finished with the installation. Now we can moving on to run pop new parachain. So let's see how it goes. So we can choose like we have three options here. So the first option is for all-in-one tool for Polkadot development, like four available option. And OpenZeppelin is standard for secure option application with two available option. And Parity solution for trust-free were two available option. Duplicate. So maybe we not go with Parity on this one. I think we should go with the OpenZeppelin. Let's go with EVM template. Okay. Okay. Customer option are not available. Okay, so let's try. Wait. Oh no. Pop up parachain. My parachain. Okay. So in here they say is you need a 5. Parachain loss of network. Maybe. Okay. Option. Okay, I need to check the documentation. Parachain. Okay. Wow. You should say like. Okay, let's try. Oh. Okay, we got it. Okay, we got the parachain running now. So that's basically all you have to do to run your own parachain, and now you have a blockchain run on your local machine. So you can create your own cryptocurrency, your meme coin, or whatever you want. Just customize like what available in this repo, and after that you can go to the govern page of the Polkadot and ask for the voting, so you can be officially like be a parachain of the ecosystem. So basically that's all everything, and if you want to try out the challenge, you can check out the GitHub link that I share. So there will be like a better like link with the on the OpenGuild GitHub and with a better README, but the code should be the same, or the so you can like if you want to take a look, peek and start like ahead with the challenge, and you can definitely should check it out. And then we will have like the after like the design banner and stuff. So but the code is it's not gonna be different, any different. Okay, so let's see. I think that's yeah, that's look okay. So that should be like everything for today. And anybody have any question or like a query, or you anything you want to talk about? Or you can chat on Discord as well. If like you don't have question today, you can have question later. Then just talk with us on Discord, and yeah, we'll help you with like everything we got. So I guess like yeah, you can ask question in Bahasa. Yeah, like everybody is a beginner at sometimes, so don't afraid to take question. Like I ask stupid question like when I starting, and I still ask stupid question, and people calling me retard on the internet all the time. We will not like shaming you for asking question, anything like that, but like it's okay. Like even the question is weird, or like you don't know what you're doing, it's okay. Uh, maybe in the next week. I think we running out of time, and the Google Doc is like only 1 hour, I think. So maybe we can talk it about it next week or another time. Okay, so today we definitely check out the state machine. Okay, maybe we can watch the state machine like video together a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, so as we explained at the start of the bootcamp, this most of the time it is up to you to do your self-study in your own time, and then the live sessions like today and yesterday, the open office session, it's for you to ask any questions. So the best way to get the most out of the live session is to try to review as much of this weekly content before you attend, because like Ipo said, within 1 hour or even 2 hours, we cannot spoon feed you everything. We can give you some highlights and explain to you or demo to you some of the coding, but the full week is for you to do a lot of your own review, research, and even start to get hands-on in GitHub. Okay, so the best is for you to review as much as possible, get hands-on as much as possible, and then when you get stuck, that's actually a good sign. That means you're pushing the edge of your knowledge. And then ask your questions in Discord, and also prepare questions for these live sessions so that we can help you. Okay, there's some questions in the chat now. Also, you can also ask questions around the learning process. It doesn't have to be specific to blockchain or Polkadot. If you're stuck around, what is the expectation in terms of the bootcamp learning? Feel free to ask also. Good question. As a beginner, do we need to understand the whole Polkadot system or just focus on parachain? I think the whole Polkadot system is many weeks or even months of learning. As a beginner, I think starting with understanding of parachain is a good start, but it depends on also what is your interest, right? There's, for example, in the Polkadot Blockchain Academy, their on-site intensive program that will be running soon in Switzerland. There's two streams. One is the protocol layer, the blockchain layer, and then in parallel to that, you can focus on dApp development. So dApp is decentralized applications that you build on the blockchain. So even at the highest standard of Polkadot Blockchain Academy, you need to choose where you want to focus. So as a beginner, you can start anywhere. And there's so many resources, yeah? So maybe if you can be more specific about, do you have something in mind that you want to build? Or do you have a project in mind that you want to join? And then from that, then you can ask, what should I learn to be confident in that area? Also, like I mentioned yesterday, I don't know if you're on the call, whether we run a 1 week bootcamp, 4 weeks bootcamp, or 8 weeks, there's a lot of material out there. And our job within this bootcamp is to recommend to you the content that you need to understand to get you from beginner to someone who understands enough of the Polkadot ecosystem, not just the technology, but also where to find support when you want to learn more, when you want to build, when you want to connect with a community. Because even when you graduate this bootcamp, you're no longer a fresh beginner, but you're still early in your journey. Okay, so the important thing is to understand how you can continue learning, how you can continue building in the ecosystem. Yep. Okay, yep. I'm just going through the messages. Yeah, I'm 100% sure that the team has sent out emails to everyone that was accepted to the program. And we didn't get any bounced emails, so we know that the emails are good. So if you're missing material, you better check your spam folder. And if you found any material in the spam folder, don't worry. It's only week 2. You still have time to catch up. But from next week onwards, the time pressure is going to add up because it's going to be week 3. So this week, as much as possible, try to get up to date with all the learning material.
Yes,
Okay.
Jam does make the great impact. But the basic is the same. So if you're asking if like the jam come out and you have to like learn everything news and it's not news, there will be some changes. Yes, there will be some changes. So we will need to wait until Q2 to have jam. So it does have impact, but like I think it's still important to understand the basic. Yeah, that's definitely a great question. So thank you for asking.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so
it doesn't mean that anything we learn is not relevant, because it's not just learning, but all the existing parachains will have to adapt to a jam, or they have to assess how they need to adapt. So understanding legacy parachains versus the path towards jam is still very important knowledge. So everything that we're learning on this bootcamp will still be relevant going forward. Yeah, great question. Maybe we should have prize for good questions. What do we think? Thumbs up if we think that's a good question, good suggestion. Yeah, cool. All right, maybe the team can discuss a bounty for best questions. Okay. So maybe now you can practice your best question so we can be convinced to put a bounty for it. Yeah, spot on. Migration to Jam is an employable skill for sure, because like everyone needs to do it.
I mean, I think like at the time of AI at the moment, so it's like important that how fast you learn because AI is not gonna catch up for like maybe a couple months for the AI to catch up. So like so it's like it's like when you even though like what you're even when Jam come out and like what we are learning right now like maybe like make a lot of differences, but like you already have the momentum, like you already familiar with the like how the people in the Polkadot working and how we exchange information and like so so I think like that's so it's very good that you are starting right now, like because Jam is coming out soon and definitely like OpenGuild and like and the Manila team also gonna be like the first like to catch up and like help everyone to like learn and understanding and we also learning as well. Uh, yeah, so we have like the big bounty for Jam. Yeah, so that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think also it's not Jam, it's not just AI. Like I said at the start of the bootcamp, when you start on the blockchain learning journey, it's basically a long-term learning journey, because something else will come up. Another new technology will come up. Quantum computing, how does that affect blockchain? Different use cases. Blockchain is the infrastructure layer, but all these other technologies will come along. So how does that affect the infrastructure layer? How does that complement it? All these things we need to learn. But the good thing is, a community like Polkadot, OpenGuild, Mandala, we also are still learning, and we are happy to support each other and share resources. Okay. While you guys think of any other questions to ask, I just want to highlight that, uh, like Ipo was saying earlier about the connectivity and the processing power, in this guide, we also recommended the machine specs that you should have, because yeah, running blockchain or compiling code, it still requires resources. And also staying online is quite important, especially if you're doing something you don't want to drop out halfway and lose your work. So to be involved in the blockchain, to be a blockchain professional, it's quite a level playing field, but you still do need to have the appropriate equipment and sufficient online connectivity. Okay. Yeah, if there are no more questions, before we close the session, I guess we can ask people to turn on the cameras. We'll do a group shot, group selfie. Oh yeah, I have to. While you're doing that, while you're turning on your cameras, I'll tell you why it's important, not just so we can take a photo. For the first 2 weeks, we haven't been very strict, but in the next 2 weeks, we need to see how you qualify to be a graduate of this bootcamp. So we will be sharing a quiz, which is very simple. If you've read the material, it's very simple. Okay. We will be sharing a coding challenge. Again, it will be appropriate to the level of this bootcamp. And we will also be checking your attendance. You don't have to attend every single session. I know some of it is optional, like the office hours, but by showing up, asking questions and engaging, then we know that you're involved in the bootcamp. All right. So we'll send you a message with a checklist because we know we want everyone to graduate and get a certificate at the end. And we also obviously want to know that you learned something. So the fairest way for us to give a certificate is to give you some checklists, because it's not fair if someone registered but they never attended any session, they never did any coding challenge or quiz, and they still got a certificate, then there's no proof of work, right? So for all of you that showed up today and who are engaged in Discord and will be doing the and have been doing the rustlings exercises, and you're going to complete the quiz, etc., you all deserve to graduate with a certificate. All right. So let me just stop sharing this. And then you can turn on your camera. All right. Awesome. Good. Teman-teman still awake. Very good. Bagus. Okay. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, and we hold up 3 for Web3. Okay. Let me get ready. 1, 2, 3, Web3. Smile. Awesome. Okay, bagus. Terima kasih. Thank you very much for your attendance, for asking questions, and yeah, please continue asking questions on Discord. Continue learning. Make note of your questions, and we will do our best to answer in Discord and during the live sessions. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.